traveling agronomist. We're in Cambodia, Colombia now. We've moved out of the valley where we were looking at sugarcane and a lot of corn and some mechanized harvest. Now we are in the coffee growing region of Colombia. We're going to look at not only the hybrids today, but we're also going to have a little bit of the processing that goes on the small scale here in the Colombian farms, and be able to show some of the grain qualities that we're looking for. The soil is much different than what we saw yesterday. It's not going to be heavy in rock or gravel. It's a very loamy clay, very similar to what we would see back home in Texas. All right, so Jose just finished up his presentation, which I found fascinating. So what we're looking at is a lot of the 777. That's the Pacific Seeds hybrid that you're selling here. It has an orange grain color. We talked about it yesterday. One of the things that's really fascinating is that it's a Flint corn.
Yes.
So in the U.S., we're growing dent yellow corn because most of that corn is going straight into cattle feed. So you mentioned something that was fascinating. When you came to this market for the first time, most of the competitors we can see here on this list were right in this 4 to 5 range.
Yes. Yes.
And so why
10
was
years
that?
ago.
10 years,
10 years
ago.
ago.
Was that market mostly, Pioneer or someone sending old seed here that didn't necessarily get bred for this environment? Or was that something the customers just kind of wanted at that time?
Okay, we combine both. We have a nice adaptability because we have a tropical germplasm, but we saw the market prefer, the trend of the market is moved to the Flint grains because they saw more advantage for human consumption, for storaging, and for the time that you keep in storage.
Okay, so the Harinoso,
It's dent.
it's the
That
dentedness.
yeah, you can see here.
So if I brought U.S. bred corn from Iowa, where would it rate, do you think? It's very dented, so it'd be in this 1 to 3 range, or do you think it would be more in the middle?
I think that it's in the 3.
The 3 range,
The
it's
three
most,
range.
a lot of it?
Yes.
So-
Yes.
So
More or less.
now with the hybrids that you're selling, you're pushing it, I hear, even more into the Cristalino
Cristalino Flint.
and the Flint side. And you said something interesting. When you process it, the Cristalino, it's bigger flakes or something. When they process it, it makes it easier to work with.
Yes. When you process it, you lose less quantity of grain.
Okay.
It's more strong grain, And when you process it, you lose less quantity compared with the damp grains. And people like it because they buy a complete grain, and when they processing, they keep more a final product compared with the dam.
So I can imagine someone with limited storage, they're maximizing their storage better when they're
Yes.
processing it.
They maximize their
There's
storage.
less waste.
Yeah, it has more weight.
Waste.
Waste. Okay.
It has less waste,
Less waste. Yes.
but it has a better test weight.
Yes.
Okay.
And we in the region we have we have growers that they put their harvest into the garage or something like that, and they don't have anything to any build to
No silo,
no silo,
or any
nothing of
bag
this.
storage or anything
Nothing
like
of
that.
this, and they put under the roof, and they live in that. When the market increase the price, they go out to sell it. And the Flint grains is doing better against the storage pest.
That's excellent to hear. So this is something that really fascinating for me coming from the States. Everything I see is yellow dent corn. Seeing the Flint corn, my dad used to work with this decades ago before GMOs. So to see it here in actual use is really fascinating. Thank you very much, Jose.
Okay, you're welcome.
So I just arrived. We're Group Uno. We are the English-speaking group, but we have a neat activity. We're going through and we're actually doing yield estimates and data collection for the different teams, scoring, any kind of disease scoring, as well as counting cobs per the amount of feet that were harvested on the row. Really neat activity to get everyone together. So let's go check out and see how our group is doing.
We're gonna get really close. How many years in total? Okay. ¿Quieres contar?
¿Cuántas? Tomas wanted to make sure that it's documented that he is working hard.
It's very heavy.
Traveling agronomist here. We're in Colombia. I'm here with my good friend Gasper from Argentina. How far was the flight?
9 hours from Buenos Aires.
And I had to come in a day early because Jose told me it was vital I come here, and he had me setting up plots. I do that in my country, and he gets to come enjoy himself.
Oh, I want to see that.
So I've been working with the other TD managers to find out more about some of the hybrids here, but you've been able to kind of walk around and meet with some of the different leaders from the countries. What have you found that's exciting so far?
I'm working also in content generation, taking over this event, and what I found most interesting of all, I love talking with farmers, with local farmers. They tell me that, for example, they spend at least in one day to harvest 4 tons of corn by hand.
Wow.
With a group of 10 people.
And
That's
so
amazing,
we
man.
come from such different worlds than here. We're blessed with mechanized farming, large farm operations that we can deal with very quickly and kind of in a technology way. Do you feel that the growers here are eager for more technology to improve their operations?
I think yes. I mean, just to tell the people about, we are in a no GMO area. In most of the harvest is by hand. The sowing even in some times is by hand. So I mean, this is a hard work, dedication from the farmers. The areas are like at least 1 hectare, no more than that. I love how much they love this kind of work, of agricultural work. That's amazing. I mean,
what's really fascinating to me is in the U.S., we tend to deal with farmers or farm operations that are maybe one single family unit or maybe a couple brothers that are in an operation together or father, son. But here it's the entire generation working together.
Entire generation. I was told that even, for example, his grandfather used to harvest by hand.
Wow.
That's amazing. I mean, now they at least harvest with a machine they have.
So they're shucking it off or taking it off the cob by hand before they were able to get the small machines that we were using today.
No, so much generations above. I mean, he told me about his grandfather.
Wow,
so it's awesome.
It's been amazing. We're going to continue this week. I believe we're going to get to see some sorghum. That's where I'm going to feel at home. That's my crop. But I think today they said we're going to see coffee. We saw some green plantains.
Yeah.
There's bamboo type plants growing around.
Bananas
and papaya. So we are getting to see everything. And make sure you give Gasper a follow online. And where can they find you?
On Instagram, that's Gaspo Sanchez Cores. You can tape it then.
Yeah.
On Facebook too. But I'm the image of Advance Argentina.
Yeah, there you go.
As you look forward to Advance's Instagram, you'll find it for sure.
All right.